like to piss people off that way too, so you're in good company. I'll be like, you said what? I bet I'm gonna do that next time. When I see your ass, to just let you know.
Yeah, yeah, because we don't care. We don't care. Black women
Yeah.
are
We
right now.
don't care. So I have all of your information on the scrolling banner so people can know who you are and they could follow you and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Can you tell everyone who you are, what you do, and what sets you apart from everyone else in your industry?
Yes, ma'am. So
Mhm.
my name is Katrina, and I am the venture mentor. So I help women launch their businesses with confidence. So my
Mhm.
to help women be confident when they're starting to launch their businesses. So that would be look like, one-on-one mentorships, me helping you find information on how to apply for your EIN number, getting registered with the state. Because I do know two of those things you do need to be able to establish a business account. You want to get your business account so you can start building business credit so that
Mhm.
you are at a position to where you're ready to get a loan or, borrow some money. They can actually see that, you're a real business. So this is about women who are ready to business seriously. So if you have a side hustle that you're looking to legitimize and take it a little bit more seriously, I'm your girl. I'm your
So when did you get started in this, and how did you realize that this is your passion, purpose, mission? Like what was that experience like for you, and how did it make you feel?
So I will always say I've always been business minded. So
Mhm.
all things business, I have always loved. I have my degree in business management.
Mm.
So all things business, I've always loved, even from when I was in high school. Like the business classes I took, the typewriting, the keyboarding, all that stuff. It was just always a passion of mine. So when I started working when I was 15, and every
Mhm.
time I got into these work environments, I noticed that the man always crap. So I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I can do this better than them. So I just that piqued my interest into why management classes. And so it's just, they just there's no guidance. It's just kind of a title for a lot of people. Like, oh, I'm a manager. That means I get to be the boss. I get to tell people what to do. But it's a lot more than that. So I started, getting interested in that. And then when I finally did become a manager myself, I realized how difficult it was. And I only did that for a couple of years and I pivoted to something else. So I
Mhm.
started coaching, like life coaching, and then that didn't really land how I wanted it to land.
I
And
understand.
yeah, it just didn't. Like I didn't have a niche for one. I couldn't pivot what I wanted to do because I wanted to do so many things that I knew I
Mhm.
could do. But when it's so broad, it doesn't help you when you're trying to.
It doesn't, because it's like you're all over the place, and I understand that too. And it's like, okay, but who does she work with, and what exactly does she do? And
I couldn't pin that down, so I did that for a little bit. That didn't work, and so there's a lot of couple of other things that I dibble and dabble in, but I do want to give credit to my best friend Kiana because one day we were sitting and she was like, you know what, have you thought about doing the coaching again because you're really really good at it? And I was like,
Mhm.
I just kind of stayed away from it because it didn't hit like I wanted it to hit. But she was like, why don't
Right.
you do what you love to do? She was like, you're good at business, and she was like, you're always thinking of a business idea or starting a business idea, and even though it may not have worked the one, you know how to get it started.
Mhm.
Hmm, yeah, okay. And so with that thought, it just pondered and pondered, and I sat down. I was like, you know what? Why don't I do business mentoring for people who are interested in starting their business? And then I was like, why don't I tone it down and just guide my audience towards women? Because,
Mhm.
once a woman has financial independence and security, I mean, she's
You can't
untouchable
tell
at
her
that.
nothing. You
Yeah,
can't tell her NUFFIN nothing.
absolutely nothing. And it's empowering, like to have your own, first of all, just to have you be ownership of anything. And being
Mhm.
a business owner looks like several different things. It doesn't mean that you're working on your business every day. Even like people like myself, I have a part-time job that I work on
Mhm.
the side. So that doesn't for me being a business owner. You can be
It doesn't.
business owner, a full-time business owner, you can do it half of the year and some are not. You know what I'm saying? It looks different for different people, but don't ever let anyone tell you because their idea of what a business owner is or entrepreneur is doesn't mean that's not what it is. You make it your own thing. You make it your baby. You do what it is that you want to do in your own way. So I just want to give women the confidence to know that whatever it is that your idea you want to do, you can do it, and you don't need anyone else's permission to follow your dream of what it is that you want to do.
And that's a beautiful message because I feel like sometimes business owners or entrepreneurs who've been in business for a very long time, they want to tell you how to be, which way to be. And then if it doesn't fall right on you or it doesn't settle in your spirit, then that's not what you should be doing because it's not going to be effective and you're not going to attract what you want to attract. And you're not going to sustain yourself because it doesn't align with you and it's not serving you in no way, shape, or form. And if it's stirring in your energy and your spirit the wrong way, then don't do it.
Exactly. Yes. Go with your feeling. That I think a lot of times we can our intuition of someone in our ear telling us something. So a lot of times I just don't even tell people. Like if you know that you're not going to have that person's full support, or just kind of like jump out and do it and surprise everybody. Like
Yeah.
what you're capable.
I have a fuck it and jump mentality. Like fuck it and jump and just do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because life is too damn short. You gotta try until something
And
sticks.
nobody gets there on the first try all the time. Like you're to do it. Like you're lucky. You're like, some people do get lucky in that one time they try something, it's a hit. Or like, when people try to go viral, you can't. Going viral isn't intentional. It really, most of the time when you hear people, I went viral, it was really, they had no idea that it would go that viral. So you just
Yeah,
have to do, and one thing is going to blow up, and then there's your shot.
yeah.
It's you just got to keep trying, and that's what I learned when I was starting my little businesses. Now I know what I could have done differently or what I didn't do. And one of the things I didn't do was I really didn't sit down and kind of go over who I wanted my dream client to be. Like, who is it that I'm really talking to? What's my vision? When someone talks to me, how do I explain to them what it is that I do? And so that I learned in one of my coaching classes was to have your elevator pitch ready. Like
Oh yeah.
if you're at a networking event, and it took me a while to get this, if you're at a working event and someone says, hey, what it is that you do, you tell them your name, what it is you do, why you do it, and how you do it. And it shouldn't be this long drawn out thing. They should just be able to know exactly what it is,
Yeah,
what you do.
because you don't want people to be walking away like, damn, you long winded, get out of here. You know what you're doing.
What, what happened? Why we got a dissertation now? Like,
Right.
the networking events that I'm in, PBRT, it's like everyone in the room gets a chance to tell about their business, and you got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds to tell about yourself. So in that 30 seconds, you have to make it good. You have to make it interesting because time is valuable. Time is money. People got places to go and things to do, and they want to get back.
Exactly. Yeah. People got people to do now.
Yeah. Like, oh, girl, what you do? Okay. I go.
So how did the name come about, the Venture Mentor?
The venture. Okay. So I didn't want to say coach. Coach just sounds
Girl, talk about it. Like I tell people all the time, I am not a coach. They're like, but Tillis, I said I am a motivator. I'm a no fucks given leader. I I'm an embodiment of authenticity, freedom, and truth. Like I am not a coach. I don't like that word coach. And my partner and I, we talk about it all the time. She's like, babe, but you're an empowerment coach. I'm like, ugh, that cringes my stomach. Tell me something else that I am, like empowerment leader, a guide, a guru.
yes.
Don't use it. So thank you so much, Katrina. Oh my word.
It's oversaturated, right? Because anybody can coach, well, supposedly.
Yes.
Like it's overused, and the meaning of it, I feel like, has just been kind of diluted. So I didn't want to use business coach. I didn't want to use business consultant, because then it sounds so serious. It sounds so like,
Yeah. And it doesn't describe who you are to your core.
Yes, exactly. Something fun. I wanted something different. Well, people do different business ventures. So, okay, so how can I incorporate venture with coaching someone or doing something like that? So I was kind of like, I want to be more of a mentor than a coach, because I feel like being a mentor is having more of an intimate relationship with that person. Like that's more of like working alongside you, being accessible to you, and it's it's just a little bit more more intimate than a coach, where it's kind of like coach. I feel like it's more widespread. Like you can sit there and coach a whole classroom or coach a whole team, but it's kind of hard to mentor that in a whole, in that kind of capacity. So
And
I want
to me,
to mentor because it sounded more like what I was going for, and it's catchy. It was catchy.
catchy, and it's like, ooh, a venture mentor, what's that? Because it has so many different connotations to it.
Yeah.
A venture mentor can be like someone who likes to travel and teaches you stuff about travel as a mentor. So I totally get it. And when I hear the word coach now, to me it's a snoozeville. It puts me to sleep. I want to go lay down and take a nap.
So I know what you're going to talk about. Yeah. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted to be I wanted to hear it. I wanted it to pique your interest, like you just said.
Absolutely.
Have some kind of interest to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with the venture mentor for that reason, to be a little bit more catchy, a little bit more eye-catching.
So when it came to like your logo, your website, and so on and so forth, like what was the steps that you took, and what was the what's the word I'm looking for when you were designing it, like the logo and the colors, like what was your mindset?
Mindset was more so having more so definitely market more towards the feminine women.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily feminine women, but for women. So that's why I went with the light pink.
Okay.
It's soft, inviting, not too harsh, not too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like I wanted something. So my name is Katrina Gray, but my middle name is Nicole. So I don't want to do Katrina Gray again. I kind of wanted to be a little bit different. I didn't want it to. I was like, okay, Katrina Nicole. So I cut off my last name and do the venture mentor. And then a friend of mine, Beth, actually helped me come up with the tagline, because I kept coming up with stuff. And she was like, when I read it, and I can't remember what I came up with earlier, but she was like, but it doesn't say what it is that you actually do.
Yeah.
Like it needs to tell what you do. And I was like, okay, I'm helping women start business, but how am I helping them start their business? Starting them off with helping them be more confident and be able to feel like they can actually do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Tagline: launching women entrepreneurs with confidence. So I shout out to Beth for helping me with that, because once I sent it to her, she was kind of, okay, yes, I know who you are and I know what it is exactly. That no guesswork. There's
and it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have to keep probing you to ask you, okay, what it is you do and how do you do that? So let's get straight to the point. Let's just straight to the point. So I did that with the logo and then open up the website. I just wanted to be user friendly. I wanted to be clean. I don't want it to be a bunch of jumbled up mess. I need to know. I wanted to be easier for people to find me, find exactly what it is that you're looking for, and not be overwhelming or overstimulated when you come to it. It's kind of coming to the page. There's an about me. There's my service, how to book online, how to contact me. That's it. I don't want to give you a whole bunch of nothing, because now our attention span is different now. So
girl.
Make an impression on you. So it's kind of like, okay, some their phone's going to be going off, their Instagram, TikTok, something else is going to grab their attention. So I got to keep them a little bit, because if not, they're going to be gone. My idea was to try to keep it as short and simple as possible.
I started using Substack because Substack, to me, because I'm a writer and I'm a creator, I can actually do things long form in that way. So each Substack post that I do has a specific link, and that's the link that I would send out to whomever wanted, like a session with me or one of the events that I'm hosting and stuff like that. And it's long form, so it's geared towards people who are avid readers.
Okay.
And all the long information.
Yes.
Right. And then I have another thing where they can just go to like my beacons or the link tree and this, that, and the third.
Yeah, I like Linktree. I need to update my Linktree of that, because like, we're multifaceted. There's a lot of how to do. So I do like LinkedIn. I like that about that, where you can kind of know this person, they do a lot of things, so let me see which one that's
right. Exactly. For sure. I actually have a beacons, and I have to like tweak my beacons and add stuff to it. But because I'm so invested into Substack, I just send everyone to Substack, because Substack is where they get to see my journey of authenticity, freedom, and truth. And at the bottom of each newsletter that I have like, connect with me, yada, yada, da, 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 da. And it just gives them more insight of who I am as a person. Because I just don't want you to see me as just like a consultant or whatever the case may be, but I want you to see me as the person. So I share half of my newsletter as part of this is who Dillis is, and then the other half Dillis is personally and who Dillis is professionally. So the
Right.
two of them can merge together. So when you're connecting with me, you're meeting with me, you know who I am inside and out.
Right.
Just not the professional me, but also the personal me, where I come from and who I am, my story. And know that I'm a cuss. I have a potty mouth. I say fuck all the goddamn time. That's just me.
Yeah. And the thing I do like about, we met a couple of months ago, and I really did. So it was meant to be. It was meant
Same.
to be connected.
You was cracking me up the other day when you had inboxed me. It was like 47 where?
Girl, I just knew for sure. I just knew for sure it was late 20s, early 30s.
No, not at all. And that picture with the red dress, I took that picture in 2016 because I was 39 and I was turning 40 in 2017, and I came out proud lesbian.
Yeah.
And I'm the Aquarius that be like blowing up shit like ha. So that's where that picture came from, and I still love those pictures till this day. So sometimes, especially on my birthday, like I'll post it and just be like, "Hi, how you doing? Remember me?"
I love that.
Thank you. So as far as like your services and things like that, let's talk about your services and like the things that you provide your clients with.
Yes. So right now I have 2 packages, and I'm working on to get a third package. I'm trying to get that together. So the first package I have is Empower Elevation. So
Mm-hmm.
Empower Elevation, it's a package that includes our initial consultation together to understand the goals we have, and then we help you create a business plan. And we do 3 mentorship sessions one-on-one that include personal development and coaching. And in
Mm-hmm.
those sessions, there's email and text support. And then I help assist you with determining what your entity will be. Like, do you want to be a sole proprietor, a sole LLC? Do you have a partnership with someone? So we find out what that is. And then getting you registered with the state. Applying for your EIN number, which is free. I hope everyone knows that it is free. I've been on some I just been seeing some
They charge you $300 something just for your EIN number. It's crazy.
you
So
don't need anybody to start your LLC. That's no. Anybody can get that. You can go onto the IRS website right now and apply for an EIN number. You don't even have a business. It can be for your business that you're going to think of eventually. But I think you only get one. So if you do it, that'll just be your only one. And then just help them do their online presence and figure out what exactly their brand is going to be.
So can you tell us the difference between an LLC, sole proprietor, and whatever the other one is? Can you give us like what that looks like?
So the LLC is a limited liability corporation. So that one I usually suggest if you would like to separate your business from your personal, so that you aren't liable for certain things. Like, say if someone decides to sue you for something, they wouldn't be able to go
House,
against.
take your car and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be able, they wouldn't be able to go to your personal assets because you're LLC. So whatever you're into that way, that kind of protects, that protects you personally, but they would, have to go for whatever it is that you have in the business. So depending on what your business is and how risky it is, I would suggest an LLC for the limited liability. Now, sole proprietorship, depending on, again, what type of business it is that you have, if it's not something where, health is involved, maybe you're a consulting or coaching or something like that. So, but also still be careful, because a sole proprietorship, you're using your social security number as your business. So you still want to be careful with that. But if it's a low risk business that you're starting, you wouldn't have too much to worry about someone coming and suing you, but definitely also keep an eye out on that as far as tax reasons. So I tell my clients also, you need to have a tax person, a tax accountant, or someone who is knowledgeable in taxes, because you don't want to start the business and start making money, and then when it's time to file or you owe, you don't want to get messed up in that. So I'm not licensed to guide anyone on that. So that'll always be my thing to tell you, hey, you make sure that you get you a tax provider or tax accountant who is licensed in that. They can give you the right information for your business so that you don't end up owing, or, you don't want to get that messed up with the IRS.
No, you don't.
Yeah. And so other one is a partnership. I haven't looked into that one as much because I haven't had to come across it, but I do have my little cheat sheet to tell people a little bit more about it. So I have my little guide to let you know, okay, this is what it's going to be. Because I know everything, and I had to come to terms with that. Like a part of me did not want to start it because it was kind of like, oh my goodness, well, what if they ask me that and I don't know it? And my friend was like, so you look it up, like you help them find it.
Exactly, because like you said, you don't know everything. You know what you know where your business is concerned and how to help people are concerned, but you can have resources that you can give them the resources, say, okay, well, I don't know this is not my expertise, but hey, I can refer you to someone that does, or here's some resources that you can look it up yourself, or whatever the case may be. So that makes perfect sense. I have an LLC and I have my EIN number, and the EIN number is an employee identification number that you have to have when it comes to having your business, and that's something that you have to use when you're filing as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sure. So that's exceptionally important. Okay, so what's the second package?
The second package, let me see, what do I have here? So the second package is everything that's included in the Empower Elevation, but it's called Aspire Advantage. So it's Aspire Advantage, yes. So that will include 5 mentorship sessions, assistance with networking and partnerships. So that, I feel, is a huge part of actually getting your business out there and doing more kind of what it is that you're doing, like networking with me and other people on the internet, and telling about your business. Like, you're going to have to put yourself out there. You have to tell people what it is that you do. I know some people are introverts or shy, iffy about that, but your business is only going to go so far if you don't. Some people don't even like people, because I know it can be difficult, but that is really the only way that you're going to have, like, your business is going to go. You be out there. So assistance with networking and partnerships, because there's a lot of local Savannah networks where you can go in there that don't cost a whole lot, because you don't want to be spending a whole lot of money at first. You're still trying to build, so you don't need to invest in your business. Definitely do that, but don't spend too much unnecessary money in places that you're probably not going to get a return on.
Exactly.
So, getting them with that. Customer acquisition strategy, finding out how to get customers and retain them. So I posted on my business page. There's an event, a Zoom coming up soon about customer strategy or something. I can't remember it, but I'll probably tell you later, and you can tell everybody else about it. But it's about customer service, and I think right now in this climate, customer service is just not what it needs to be. And if you want to get your business and keep your business, you and I'm not saying the customer's right. I'm not saying the customer's always right, because we know that's not true. But there's
Talk about it, girl. Talk about it.
certain things you need to do to be able to obtain your customers. And I have some stories. I'm not gonna get into it because I don't think we have time. But
we have time. You good?
Places that I would never go back again. It's just places I would, like, they just run me the wrong way. And I also have to keep in mind that because of what I do as a business venture, I can be a little bit overcritical sometimes, because I'm like, oh, I'm a little judgy sometimes. So I'm like, well, why did she do it like that? This was, and that's the Leo in me too. So I'm a Leo. I'm an August Leo. So people say I can be a little bit bossy or all that. Yeah, but I'm aware of that, so I don't take offense to it. So
I have an aunt that's a Leo, and she be like, it's my way or the highway, and you got to do things this way. And I'm like, all right, girl, I'm going to be over here to the chick to the left, because you
the healing part, the healing Leo of me recognizes that, and I try to pull back. But sometimes that ego will be like, well, if you would have just did it the way I told you to do it, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So I
feel like that works for you in your business, though, that Leo energy.
Yeah, and that's why it just works for me to be an entrepreneur, because of my personality. I just need to be able. I need to be able to lead. I need to be able to lead. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like, okay, I have to be in a boss in some kind of capacity in my life. If I can't do it on my 9 to 5, okay, then I need to get a business. I need to be able to, my creative juices can flow and I can have things the way that I want it if I have my own business. So that's that. So the Aspire package includes all of that, and also helping people find out what technology tools and software works for them. Like, because there's so many and a lot of them are free, like the Wix for the website. I use Wix for my website. Google Workspace. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money with some of those tools. You can, even if it's just to start off, when it's your business, you can always change it. You don't have to stay stuck on that one thing. You can change it however you want to. You're going to use some things and find out that doesn't work the way you want it to work. And so you move on to the next thing. Like, business is always evolving. You're going to always have to evolve as a business if you want to grow. So don't be afraid to try different things, because everything isn't always going to stick. So helping them find out what software they want to use and what works for them. So the Empower Elevation package starts at 375, and then the Aspire Advantage is 500. So, nothing too expensive, because these are women who are launching their business. So I don't want you to like spend a whole lot of money before you get anything started. So that's why they are priced reasonably. And of course, if somebody needs help or some kind of flexibility with
Payment
payment,
options.
we got options. There's pay and all that other stuff. So yeah.
Also, the other thing they can do if they don't want to like pay for like a full-blown website or something like that, Google Sites is free. They have
Yeah,
sites.
that's the one that I meant to mention. Yeah, you're right about that. Google Sites. Yeah.
It reminds me I have to revamp my Google site.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I also would like to tell people, like, no matter what you do, work is going to be work. So a lot of people that taking the entrepreneur route or the business route, you're going to have to work just as hard, not hard, working on your 9 to 5. If you want it to work, you're going to have to work. So you just decide how you want to work. That's the beauty of your own business. You kind of can be a little bit more flexible and do some of the things that you want to do that helps your creative spirit. But no matter what you do, you're going to have to put in the work for it to work. So don't think that, oh, I'm gonna have my own business, I can be sit back and chilling. That only works for people who have made it. Like, if you're not Oprah or Beyonce, where you can just do one little concert and you set for the rest of the year and you still, like, that's not, we have
You
today.
know, I'm on the fence with all that when it comes to like specific artists and celebrities. Like, I really don't go down that whole rabbit hole. I'll be like, people like, have you ever been to Beyonce concert? No, and I never will.
Yeah. I probably won't. I don't think I could spend that much money on a concert. I've never.
My thing is too, she not coming out of the audience and be like, "Oh, thank you so much for purchasing a ticket." Or come into the house and say, "Which bill can I pay? Because you paid $1,500." No, like,
No, it's true though.
no.
Yeah.
If it was like that, then I'd consider it. Even like, when it comes to these name brand clothing companies and so on and so forth and whatnot. For me personally, I'm just like, and this is the thing between being an entrepreneur and a business owner. Entrepreneurs and business owners will come to you and say, thank you for supporting my business, or, it's like one-on-one interaction and so on and so forth. All these other name brand companies, they're not going to come up from the back office and be like, oh my God, thank you for buying my product.
Yes.
They're not going to do that. So when it comes to entrepreneurs and business owners, I think that people who are 9 to 5ers and things like that, they want to nickel and dime you like, oh, why is it $375 for? Because I have to eat, I got to pay bills, I got to do this, I got to do that. Are you going to go to Michael Kors and tell Michael Kors, why is the bag $5,000? No, you're going to swipe your credit card and keep it pushing.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so glad you made that point, because people don't understand that. Like, I'm spending my time to do this, and it's taken away from other things. I've committed this to you, so this is what the price is. And it's not, especially small business owners, don't do that, because like you said, you would go anywhere else and swipe your card without a question.
Yes, yeah.
And you don't go to Target and negotiate like, well, you know what, this is really
exactly.
I just give you 25 for it. Like, no, it's $45, and that's what you're gonna pay plus taxes.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like, and it's really crazy when you're an entrepreneur and your price is set as your price, and you know why your price is set up that way. Oh, but I can get it cheaper elsewhere. Okay, fine, that's fine. But you're not going to get it the way that I'm offering it, the way that I set this up.
Right.
The time and the energy which I've spent to do this for you. So it's a whole bunch of things that come into it. And I always talk about all that time when it comes to business owners and entrepreneurs because, celebrities can have this and you see them drinking out of it, you hurry up and go run and go buy it.
Right, right. And these people have no idea who you are.
They don't care. They
Oh,
don't care. You're just adding an addition to their house. You're paying for their car. You're paying for their kid's scholarship. You're paying for this. You're paying their bills.
right,
You
right.
know, and yeah, entrepreneurship, yes, the bills need to be paid and so on and so forth. But at the same time, it's that one-on-one interaction that you receive with the
Hmm.
entrepreneur business owner that you're working with. They're going to make sure that they take special care of the product that they're doing for you, that the
Yeah,
service that they're offering you, they're taking time to make sure that everything you ask for, you receive. It's
exactly.
cookie cutter.
Yeah,
When you go to Fendi or Gucci, yeah, you have all the sizes, small, large, medium, but it's not customized to you.
yeah. And you're keeping them in their 1%.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
you know, I'll never. I mean, I'll probably never be able to reach that, and that's fine because I know, that's not the lifestyle I decide to have. Yeah, having money
No.
is good, but why keep making the millionaires richer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
when
it's just,
when you support a small business, especially a woman-owned small business, like women are natural givers and nurturers. So
hmm
they're community based. So when you are working, keep that door open for me, Ariel. When you're working with small businesses, like a lot of that money goes right back to the community almost. You know what I'm saying? You're helping. So say for instance for me, and I don't want it to sound like I'm asking to support my business to
no, you're asking for them to support your business. Yes, you are.
yeah, yes, I am. But like so for me, I have two children. They're teenagers.
Mhm.
I'm a single mom. I've been single mom since my son's been born and he's 16 years old. So
Mhm.
when someone supports my business, that helps support me take care of my children so that they can have an education in the community. So they aren't out robbing people and stealing,
Mhm.
causing havoc in the community.
Mhm.
They're provided for, they're safe because their mother has a way to provide for them to keep them out of certain situations.
Yeah.
So
And you're
really,
not making a dollar out of 15 cents.
yeah, it's bigger. Money just changes the whole entire situation for a lot of people. So it's like, people I always be like, money isn't everything, or it's a lot of things. Money is a lot of things.
The
Money
things.
is so much in life. So if women have more money, more good things happen. The CEO of Elvest said, when women have more money, nothing bad happens. Nothing bad happens when women have more money because
Mhm.
we aren't out buying guns. We aren't starting wars. We're
Yeah.
taking business. We're taking care of our families, our communities. We're taking care of our people. So
Yeah.
once,
The nurturers.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. I just wanted to bring that up because it's just like, it's disheartening at times as a business owner and an entrepreneur when you're doing all these things. And it's just like, oh, well, can you bring down your prices?
yeah.
Why?
That doesn't serve me at all. That doesn't serve
It does
me at
no, it doesn't because
lower it, and they still and they still don't. They're not grateful, or they aren't a returning customer. You know what I'm saying? They just when you don't have a certain type of mindset, that's how you think. So everybody doesn't have that mindset of what it is to take, and that's another reason why I love doing this, because when I'm doing a mentorship session, I can kind of help them understand, to get into the business mind of what it is to be a business owner. So that's why some certain things some people complain about, I can't relate because I understand the business side of it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? When you go into the grocery store and it's business and they may not have a whole lot of cashiers and you're waiting a whole long time. Yes, they probably need more cashiers, but you don't know who called out that day, why that person's not there. Maybe they had to let somebody go. Like it's just there's so many factors that go into running a business. So on a picture perfect world, yeah, everything would be gravy and we all get our way, but that's just not how it works. That's
No,
just not.
that's not how it works at all. And it's just it's so many moving parts to it. And I think sometimes, especially with social media, with the influencers and such, they make it seem easy. Like you said before, that, my video went viral or something like that. It takes time and energy to process all the things that you process, editing, doing this, doing that, da, 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 da. And it just doesn't happen overnight. So as a business owner or aspiring business owner, don't aspire to be how another person is in social media world, because you have no fucking idea like what's going on behind closed doors, what they're dealing with, that they're depressed, and then they have to come on and just wear this mask and show up and show out.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's unfortunate that a lot of people have to end up doing that or feel like they need to do that.
Right. And because
Yeah.
you have eyes on you, there's a lot of people watching you, and that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. I think we as humans were designed to be interacting with so many people at once. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
A lot.
Well,
That's
it's definitely showing up and showing out and being the authentic. What a beautiful way to describe the major benefits of supporting women business owners, the nurturers of the world. Amazing talk, ladies. Absolutely. Thank you, Sasa. Shanti, I'm
beautiful.
gonna have to give you some type of something because you've been rocking with me since the time I started the dang streamathon. You know, and it's just one of those things, and that's why I'm such an advocate for showing up authentically,
Yeah.
living truth, and just living free and just being who you are, especially as, you know, a business owner, an entrepreneur, creator. Just like show up as you are and talk about who you are, the real true you,
Yeah.
and you that you want people to like say or feel or like all of that stuff. And I think we need to kind of like move away from that
Oh
way
yeah.
of thinking and being,
Yeah.
because if you notice, there's like a whole bunch of influencers, especially on TikTok. This person's dying at 19, this person's dying at 25, this person's dying at 32. And
Yeah.
you're wondering like what the fuck happened to them. And I mean, personally, I feel like it's a lot of stress
Mm-hmm.
because they're trying to keep up with what their audience wants and needs and so on and so forth. And maybe it's a niche, but maybe that's not their
Yeah.
authentic niche. They're just doing it because, you know, this is bringing in the money or the engagements and so on and so forth. And it's a disheartening thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's easy to get caught up on because
Mhm.
I've recently like joined TikTok not too long ago, and I find myself like
Oh, the
being,
rabbit hole, girl.
I
The
mean,
scroll.
oh my goodness. And next thing you know, 3 hours have gone by and I have
Mhm.
just, so
Mhm.
to watch that for myself because it really does, it can get in your head because you see, I was like, you see not people with nice things and doing things and they got all these followers and it's just, and it's real easy to get caught up. I can't imagine being a younger person because when I was, so I'll be 40 in August. So back when I was in high school, the internet was just very new and
Mhm.
didn't have like high speed internet. It was, it took a long time to get on there. So I can't imagine being 16, 17, 18 now with all these options to
Oh
watch.
my word. I swear kids be coming out with cell phones when they come out of their mama now. They
Yeah,
have laptops when they come out of their mama now. It's just like, okay, let me go ahead and I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know.
Grateful that I'm actually grateful we didn't have it like they have it.
Mm.
It's a lot of pressure and it's, it's kind of making you, it kind of takes away your independent thought. Like you're trying to figure out, oh, should I be doing this? Is
Yeah,
that the result that I want? Or so it kind of takes away a lot of your individuality when you're
it
trying to
does. It does.
yeah.
This is such a great talk. Great job. Venture mentor, Miss Butterfly. I don't know who that is, but someone says,
Butterfly. Thank you, girl.
absolutely. And I feel like too, because I know I'm 47, I'm gonna be 48 in a couple weeks. And I remember when I had a beeper and I would have to go to the paint
What is
like,
the coolest thing? Oh my God. That was so cool. Like because you were important. Like if you wanted to talk to me, you had to page me and then I get to decide to call.
yes, like a doctor. Or like if you had a date with somebody, we're gonna meet at the corner because I used to live in New York. So you meet at the corner 47th and 7th, and you have to be there 8 o'clock sharp. There
Wow.
was no texting like I'm gonna be running late. Like you show up, you don't. Like you snooze, you lose type stuff. And so now with social media and freaking the cell phone and the text messages and all this stuff, things have changed drastically. I
Yeah.
can only imagine how much more it's going to change in the next 10 years or so, that I'm gonna be like an old lady talk about, I don't know how to work this. How do I do this? How do I teleport? It's gonna be like beam me up, Scotty, at one point, or you're gonna be talking to the person. They're gonna be like the little person, just like, like this, and you just looking at them talking to them, and they're gonna have like a little, you remember Star Trek?
Yes. Oh my God.
Well, they're talking and they click on the phone, and then the person shows up, comes out of the little screen thing in the air, and you just like, I'm not ready.
Not
I'm not
ready.
ready. But I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna
It's,
happen.
it's scary. It's you think about it. It's very, very scary to think about it. So yeah,
Absolutely.
2025 right now.
Yeah. Absolutely. Say it again.
That's where we are in 2025, right?
I know. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, Katrina, of course. Definitely make sure that you tune in to Katrina, connect with her on all the Instagrammies. Just had just had this beeper talk with my daughter at 2 a.m. See, told you.
It was a time to be alive. It was a time to
Girl,
be alive.
the beeper. You have it in your pocket. You're like, oh shit, 911, I gotta go. Somebody trying to call emergency. Or somebody typing in hello, the HL and the hockey sticks or whatever. Like
Oh,
you like,
yeah. I used
damn,
to
hi, you want to talk to me?
I used to try to figure that out with my sister. Be like, tell me how to put the code in there.
Okay, so what is it? H is 4 upside down, and then E is the 3, and then the LL is a 7 7,
Okay, yeah.
and then you got the 0. So that's hello.
Hey, oh my goodness.
Yep. So yeah, I learned a couple things having a beeper. Had
Yeah.
a crazy. So but much for joining. So I mean everyone knows where to find you. Thank you, Miss Katrina. You are a necessity.